Hello everyone. I hope you had a great session of C programming. I Prabodh Mahajan welcome you again in C programming sessions. Okay, so in the previous videos we'll learn what are the basics of function, what are the function, and have seen the program related to functions. Okay, so now in these videos the topics that are being covered are the storage classes. Okay, so we'll be seeing what are storage classes, the types of storage classes, that is auto storage class, register storage class, external storage class, and static storage class. Okay, so without wasting much more time, let's move ahead. So what storage class are? Okay, so storage class defines the scope, means the visibility. Okay, and means scope is actually the visibility of the variables. Okay, and lifetime of that variable, and or the function declared within a C program. Okay, so this is the content of the function, right? Okay, so it gives you the following information. Okay, regarding to function. Okay, so regarding to variable in that function. Okay, so the storage class of a function or a variable determines the part of memory where storage space will be allocated for that variable. Okay, means primary memory location and or secondary location. Okay, so and it specifies how long the storage allocation will continue to exist for that function, means it will specify you the time period. Okay, now it also specifies the visibility of the variable, right? It specifies whether the variable or the function has internal memory or no leakage. Okay, so it specifies whether the variable will be automatically initialized to 0 or to any intermediate value, or we have to do it manually by entering the values. So this is the storage class. Let's see and move ahead and learn what the auto storage class is. Okay, this is our first storage class. Okay, so the auto storage class, the specifier of it is used to explicitly declare a variable with automatic storage. Okay, explicitly means externally, simply, right? So if we write auto int x, means this is simply the simply how you will define it. Okay, so if you write auto int x, then x is an integer that has automatic storage, right? Means the storage allocation will be automatically, right? So it is deleted when the block in which x is declared is exited, means if you terminate and exit that block, it will be deleted automatically. Okay, it can be used to declare variables in a block or the name of function parameters means simply the value that you give to it, right? So now the important things to remember about the variables declared with. So let's move ahead and see the important things to remember about variables that are declared with auto storage class. Okay, so they are as follows. All local variables declared within a function belong to automatic storage class by default. Okay, means you do not have to do it manually. Okay, so extra efforts are not required for that. Okay, so they should be declared at the start of the program block, right after the opening of curly braces, right? I told you in my very earlier videos that the program story with the starting point of the program, what is that? Okay, so that are curly braces, right? So the memory for the variable is automatically allocated. We means it will be automatically allocated, or either it will be manually, but here we allocated it automatically. Okay, so the scope of variable is local to the block in which it is declared. Okay, so they are stored in the primary memory of computer, means I told you earlier, means primary or secondary, but here for auto variable, auto storage class, the primary memory will be there. Okay, so for this is the following code that uses an auto integer that is local to the function in which it is defined. Local means simply in if you define a block, it will be valid for only that particular block. Okay, rather than a complete function, means we have local variables and global variables, so it is a type of local variable, local declaration. Okay, is gonna be there. So this is the program, this is the code that uses an auto integer that is local to the function in which it is defined. Okay, so this is void function, and this is the primary, this is the first block. Okay, you all are aware and how to define it. If you practice it very well, you will easily be able to understand. Okay, so here we defined void function 2, means we have defined here another function. Okay, so int a equal to 2, printf means here auto now see in function 1, this is auto integer local to function 1. Okay, this int a equal to 10, right? And here for function 2 it is int a equal to 20, means value are different. Okay, So this will, as you see here, this will be the output that you get as you compile it. So output will be a equal to 10 and a equal to 20 for, means a equal to 10 for this function 1 and a equal to 20 for this function 2. Okay, so hope you got it. Now let's move ahead and see what register storage class is. Okay, when a variable is declared using register as its storage class, it is stored in CPU register instead of RAM. Means actually registers are the memory locations which is used to store the data temporarily during the execution of certain instruction or certain program. Okay, so this is mean by register. Okay, so you will if you have any architectural subject, means computer oriented architecture subject, you will know, you will be easily identify what register I mean to be. Okay, so they aren't gonna be stored in the RAM, they are stored into CPU register. Okay, since the variable is stored in the register, the maximum size of variable is equal to the register size. Okay, means the size of register is calculated obvious in bits. Okay, so but they cannot be operated using the unary operator, means ampersand, singly ampersand, as it does not have a memory location associated with it. Means in C, the drawback of is that you cannot use the unary operator. Okay, this is the drawback. Okay, now to overcome this drawback, many certain program and algorithm and many programming languages are discovered and developed nowadays. Okay, so a register variable is declared as, means register and int x. This is simply gonna be how you define the register storage class. Okay, means simply a register variable. Okay, so they are mainly used when quick access to the variable is needed, means without overlooping much more time to executing in certain processes. They are mainly used when quickly access. So if you have to quickly access a variable, you can use the register storage class. Okay, so this is the following code that uses a register storage class, means program. This is the program which finds the exponential. Okay, means if you want to find the exponential of certain means suppose 2 to the power 4, though it will give you an answer. Okay, so you aware of these, and here we define three variables, a of having value 3 and of having data type integer data type, b equal to 5, and the exponential's result will be gonna be stored into the third variable that of integer data type, that is result, means res. Okay, so here we define a function which gives result is equal to exponential of a comma b. Okay, so as I told you earlier, how functions are declared, defined within a program, within a certain program, within a certain block, under giving following a particular parameters. Okay, so here printf %d to the power of %d, means suppose this %d is for this a, this %d is for this b. Okay, and this %d consider this for this result, right, means res, as you see here. So we terminate this program or this block with return 0. Okay, now the first block is executed. Now we have declared and defined, and then define a function. Okay, means simply we have called a function over here, right? Okay, this is the function which we called, means int exponential of int a comma int b. Okay, so as we have used a register storage class, so we give here register int of result is equal to 1, means if you gonna be here if you do here 1, then simply the exponential value will be found out here with the help of this and this formula. Okay, right? So we have given here 1, means now we define an integer I. So cause we have to use a for loop, as I told you earlier, you all are aware for why we use for loop. Okay, for looping is used for continuous looping, right? So for I equal to 1, means here as here is 1, I is less than or equal to b, means I could will be less than or equal to here b, means the value of b is 5. So the value which will gonna enter of I, it must be less than 5 or equal to 5. Okay, so gonna be increment here. Now we have given here for loop because the result is equal to result, means res is equal to res into a, means asterisk a, cause there is no exponentiation operator in C, right? So then we have given here return result, means this will display the result. So this is the output or result, means 3 to the power of 5 is equal to 253. Okay, yeah. So I hope you got this. If you have any queries or doubts regarding it, please tell me. So let's move ahead and see what are external storage class. Okay, a small program can be broken down into smallest programs. Okay, means simply we are using here function. So when these smallest programs are compiled, they are joined together to form a large program. This is logical thinking, but these smaller programs may need to share certain variables for processing. For hence further, the C language provides an external storage class that is specified using the keyword extern. Okay, as you see here. So the external storage class is used to give the reference of global variable that is visible to all program files. Simply I told you that is there is local and global declaration. Okay, but here it is global for extern. Remember, I repeat, for external storage class here we specify the global declaration. Okay. So to declare a variable x as in extern, write extern int x. So they have a global scope, means in a whole program. So this is a program means which tells that write a C program that determines the use of external storage class. Okay, I hope you are understand with function, and if you are gonna understood the function, you will simply understood this this file. Okay, means this file 1c means this completely gonna be a entire program. But if you understood this, we have a very less time, so I will directly move towards this. But if you have any queries regarding to this function and to for the explanation of this, I will definitely tell you. Please let me know for that. Okay, so this is the file to .c hash include .h. Here we have misplaced and we have placed this extern int x. Now void print, we simply give an we have simply printed a function print which simply void here because it will be returning a null value. So here x in file 2 is equal to %d means simply as you see here this will be the output. Okay, so we have very less time without consuming much more time. If you have any doubts regarding to this program, please let me know at Prabodh Mahajan on Facebook. You can message me personally. Okay, it will be answered within 24 hours. So this will be output. Okay, now let's move ahead. What static storage class is. Okay, so while auto is the default storage class for all local variables, means for a single parameter or for a single block, right? But the static variables have a lifetime or the entire program. That is, memory for the static variable is freed when the program is allocated when the program begins running, and it is freed when the program terminates. Simply, if you are entering a program, if you are typing a program, and then if you want to encode, decode, and if you want to follow the certain process, then the static variable is allocated in the program at the beginning when it is running. So they will be allocated to that, and when it is they are freed, means static variables are freed when the program terminates, means if you close or terminate the program. So to declare an integer x as static, so this you will this is how you will define it. So here x is local static variable. Okay, there is now there is static variable, and there is dynamic variable, but here we use static means singly and stable. Okay, means it will not be changing. So it can be specified for auto as well as external variable, means here is the example static external. Now let's see guys, I am not giving you the program relating to static storage class since these may not be used in many more in our further programs and in further sessions, so I will not be giving you this program for this is today for only. And if you have any queries regarding and doubts, I'm going to telling you, please let me know so I can clear my concept and yours as well. Okay, so this is for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you got it.